she wants her coffee.
Part of the floor.
We have Solis and Camila coming, which are Heather Joy's little munchkins. And I am going to just feel up Nella because she's in front of me and that's what I do. But yes, that's what I do. That's what I do. Oh, she's coming up so much nicer.
Yeah, she is.
Do you guys have any questions from yesterday? As I get my hair ripped off.
My brain erased half of the end at the end. Like I could.
We
not
have more
say
today.
anything. Like,
Yeah.
was full.
So was it
Systems have
fun
been shut
though?
down.
Was it fun?
It was very fun to watch, but like I could not reproduce it like now.
Yeah.
Like
No.
the last afternoon, well, we could with the arm.
But now I'm not so much looking to do a movement lesson with the bands, especially the standing stuff. But I'm sure it will be replicated more by. I know I'm gorgeous, aren't I? I love. Why can't a man look at me like that? Just. I know. But I really. Hopefully what you're getting out of this, are you feeling how your weight transfers better? Are you getting to feel where you are in space better? That's what I'm after more, is just feeling how movement goes through the body.
Yeah, I think this segment has certainly, has helped to clarify some of the things from the first segment. I'm not saying I got it completely when working with a child, but
But the more you understand just the movement in general and how it goes through, like again, I keep going back to the rock rippling on the pond, but hopefully, like I said, you're feeling more that how the movement goes through the entire body all at once, in a sense, just through touch or through movement itself, whether it's beats a band. You're gonna miss me. You're gonna miss me. I think she should be here for my Mother's Day. For all the children I represent, she should stay.
is she coming in August?
Well, that's the plan.
Cool.
I
Really
might bring my
interesting to see her.
grandma. Might come. I don't know. She really wants to come, but I'm not sure we can handle each other for 9 days.
For the love of the baby over love of self, that's when that's a true mother. You start getting over those little, right, Claudia? Claudia's house, she might as well, like the White House, should just have a revolving door at the front, Tell her you want Grandma to come.
I think she wants some toy or something.
Tummy time. But how have you? How did you find yesterday? How did you find yesterday? Did you enjoy it? Did you have questions? Yeah.
Because these bands, was funny when
Oh, someone blowing the
you
nose.
did with
Krista?
the front,
Yeah.
squatting thing,
Yeah.
and after you put in, you find something in Amazon, literally, jumping.
Right.
I did that in the 80s. Women were routine. And all of them improved a lot. My goal was not to load the shoulders in squatting,
Right.
because I was afraid that we didn't control the pelvis and the ball. Then I developed that stuff. And I was thinking after yesterday, in my opinion, the improvement didn't come because of the jump, because of the feeling of the coming down and feel the right pressure to go up.
Right.
Like there was things that were homemade, so there were people of different sizes. And I didn't have the possibility that you have there to adjust the elastic.
Right.
And what I was doing is put in tables the base, and then if you are small, the table on it. If you are bigger, then you are on the platform. And I was thinking about, by the time, the first thing that I observed is I didn't know anything about it by the time, is the freedom of the torso. Now I'm thinking back, it was not only the freedom, they found something that normally when you jump in volleyball, for attacking you do this with the arms. Thinking back, they were not doing this with the arms anymore. They were doing this with the chest. So it was first going this and then going. That is the same that you did with a band here.
Right.
For doing this kind of thing. We were talking yesterday about the tennis service. And the other thing that I observed by that time was
But not to stop you, but see, it's there in her. Do you see it?
Yeah,
If we
yeah,
can-
yeah.
Well, now she's looking
Yeah.
down, but if we can get her, if you can get her to look up, there. See
Yeah.
that chest?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I want you to start really looking at where the movement originates from. And we lose that. See, her belly's out, her chest is down. She has no idea she's off the table. Her structure, her buoyancy, it's all about the vision. So even with that, if I come down and I sit her, and see, and I come up and over, and she comes around it. Do you know what I mean? Do you see where, again, where she can learn from that, her spatial orientation, because that chest comes out. Sorry.
no, that means by the time I thought that the improvement was because of the going up with resistance. But I was thinking that I think it's the opposite. The improvement came with the feeling of the going down.
Right.
And I remember with the girl yesterday that she was falling when
Yeah.
she was stuck in the tail and things. It was like boom, going
Yeah.
like this. It was not something that was free. I was remembering the squatting of my granddaughter. It is completely free. It's not a fall.
Right.
It's a let it go, but the organization is there. That's why they can come out. I think.
And the movement never stops.
Exactly. I think that was what those girls got, but I was still thinking that was because of going through resistance
Right.
in the study.
But that's more so what the bands are for you to start feeling really, what it's like to be in pure movement versus, okay, put your foot here and do the, you know what I mean? I really stay away as much as I can from all of that, other than I have to give someone some direction, just like if I say go down the street and make a left. Well, I don't believe we have left in our system, but I mean, it's there for me to talk to you, but not so much that my hand goes, oh, okay, this is for my left hand, this is for my left hand, right hand. I don't think our bodies work that way per se.
I remember by that time the people were asking me that the resistance was too low because they were using too
Right.
loads. And I didn't know what to answer. And I said, no, that's because to increase the speed of the contraction. Okay, they talk. But the study that I put more resistance, then they're trying to resist to go down. And then it's different. One thing is the right resistance for feeling the going down, another thing is to go against the resistance and then to change the directions.
Yeah.
Those are the meanwhile things were going on yesterday. This picture came into my mind. And when today I saw the study of Amazon with that kind of thing.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be in tomorrow.
Have you ever tried gyrotonic? By the way,
I think
you'd love it. If you
my
had
only
that.
influence from it is Luciana, but I have not tried it. Yeah.
The machines they have are very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Because
in
you have
3D.
these, none of them.
Yeah.
I was thinking about something when Enrique was telling this, and thinking about Krista.
Yes.
That because that was something that I pointed to her when she did this.
Yeah.
And this falling and this thing that like she wasn't getting a connection to the ground. For me, it was clear that if you have this binding force or binding or binding, I don't know how to pronounce it, you don't lose the connection to the ground, even though if you are with both feet not touching the ground.
Right.
I think that is a huge difference because you feel like you're still supported. You're not in the air, like in space. And that's what astronauts don't have.
Right. Yeah, they don't have that at all. And the disconnect, not only from themselves, but from everyone else around them. So they become so focused on the act that they have to move a solar panel or fix something like that. But that loss of self, it was a very interesting statement that I took it quite literally and seriously, where they said we this is where we sleep, so we get a simulation or whatever, or a resemblance of what lying down is. I mean, they can't even lie down in space. There's none of that. And one of the things, not only with the bands, that I would like to do is like a full, like I said, an enclosed suit, so that when they can actually stretch in the moment, in the move, and they can feel all of that where it's connected, almost like a giant bubble that's around us.
Almost like a womb. Something like a womb.
I think she's too young. I'll try and flip her.
Sure.
You know, I'm not gonna hurt her, but that sense of, you know, even here, so there's a little bit of drop in the head.
Wow.
See, again, it's not really a face plant, but she comes right back to it. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, it's not, if I did this to you guys, you'd be like, whoa, Michelle, wait, look at how her eyes are.
I do things like that to my son.
Yeah.
He loves it.
Yeah. But when I have videos of Adam, but when he's at 9-month-old, Adam's her son. But again, once it really happens, that they can literally just have a whole, but that spatial awareness. Now, I'm going to continue the band, sort of similar to what you were talking about with the Krista thing, because Krista, the way her body is, I hope you realize, again, she should have had about probably 10 lessons going into what she did yesterday, because of the way her feet kind of thumped as well as her butt thumped. Like, she had a lot of thumping going on, for lack of a better, like her feet just went down. I mean, she's just, which I'm sure she equates it that she's a big bone girl. I mean, and so she just thinks that she's more of a, as we would say, a bull in a china shop kind of thing. But it really is. It's just that sense of self. Did she take it away? That mother.
Mother's.
I'm
And
thinking if I can do this, you just have just done with the suit to my son, right?
well, we're gonna continue. So, do you want a precursor of what we're doing, or am I surprising you?
Precursors are good.
Just so you can hold her a little bit. So, we're going to be doing a band thing where we were doing this way and this way to feel the walking. Do you know what I mean? But now we're going to switch, because what we're going to do is we're going to go into a counterbalance. So the band will go here and here. So at first, we'll be bringing someone so they can do this, and then we're going to go all the way up to that. So they're going to feel band, band, band. So you can start feeling, hopefully, more of those levers in your body and the way your body responds to all those movements, versus foot down, okay, I got good muscles, leg out, hand out. Do you know what I mean? So that's where we're going to develop that. But also what I want to do is I'm going to work on, I don't know which one I'm going to do first. I think I have to do the standing one first, because I really wanted to show it on Magda and take advantage. And I'm going to add just one little tweak to it with my turn board. So not only will we go to this, and and then we'll turn. So we can feel now too that counter movement in space. So, but also what I'm going to have everyone do is band hand foot for the person lying on the floor, and they're going to just feel reaching and countering, and now the person's going to be working from the foot starting off. So then the bands will go away, and you'll feel, you know, what you need to do to touch to create that, right? But once you get that association, we're going to go back to the bands, and then from every point, I want you to start feeling where there's that weight transfer in that movement. So I'll have you start going to like knee, top femur, back pelvis, stomach. So all of these kind of movements you start feeling more so in the body. Sort of what we did yesterday with cupcake. So we'll start off like this to feel what it's like if we don't have a great movement, or like Enrique says, okay, first do it bad, and then do it, and then go back and then realize, even when I'm like this, how if I have so much more to offer through other parts of my body, how it still makes this movement go from not too efficient to much more efficient.
I want to ask you another question.
Okay.
I don't know how to say, do you say in English, when you put your baby here and you have this
Harness?
wrap?
Yeah.
Yes. Not the harness.
Sling.
The,
Yeah.
the, la tela.
Sí, the sling.
Yeah, like a,
Tissue.
yeah. I was thinking, because it's a very good thing for babies. Where should the baby should be in order for the baby to be in a good position, and for the mother not to hurt, because many people says that makes their back pain. Because I'm thinking that in the way that you cross the suit, the fabric, and the position where you put the baby, if you are moving.
Well, that's what I was going to say. It's going to depend on the mother as well as the baby.
And the sling too,
And the
because
size
there's
of the
different
baby.
slings.
So I think if we do something like that, we should consider doing like a pre-sling warm-up kind of thing, because what if the mother has a slight scoliosis? You know, and also too, what if the mother is very right-handed? It's a really big, so my hand's free, you know, and they like more where they can control the baby over here, even though this might be more better for their posture. Now I've lost my right hand because I'm securing, you know. So there's a lot of things that come into flavor of it. However,
You're supposed to, if he's well wrapped, you're supposed to do things without.
we're supposed to do a lot of things, but if your system doesn't even know neutral to begin with, or like my son had a 14.5-inch head, so when he was first born, you know, Gordon's head was this, you know, where do you put that thing compared to most kids are like this?
Because I'm working with two people in Rosario, and they give assessment and they sell these things, but they are really involved in what they do.
Right.
And I'm thinking this could be another very good combination.
Yeah. But I think that, like I said, that would be, you know, like if I can get the sling, and then we, you know, maybe Heather and Joy and I can get together with the mom with the baby, and then show how to assess the mom quickly and assess the baby, and then
And the other thing is that it's not easy to hold the baby and wrap you
Yeah.
with the
But one of
fabric.
the best things you can do there, especially for the mother, and this is more of a Feldenkrais technique, so hug yourself, right? So, okay, so before you hug yourself, look left and right and just sort of feel where you are at, right? And I have a video of this online. So now you hug yourself, right? And now first you do same. So you're going to go over and just right elbows. So now if you look at Joy, like she's not even moving her elbows. She's kind of looking over, but her elbows are, you know. And come back, Joy, and then go back. No, just, and then eventually go then just to the left. And now what you should start feeling is the foot placement. So now as you're going to the left, think right foot down. And now feel the difference, you know what I mean? And then combine the two, left and the foot and the right foot, and feel it. And now oppose it with the nose to elbow. So elbow this way, and see, now I'm getting a counter twist.
It's even more fun on these chairs, isn't it?
Oh, yeah,
Do all
yeah.
sorts of things.
So now just put this down and look left and right and feel the difference.
That's a great little exercise.
You know, but that's great for the computer. It's great for before you drive a car, when you get up in the morning, if you have trouble tying your shoes. It really is a nice, and what's also nice about this exercise too, if you have breathing issues, that's when you'll start to get people that tend to be a little well, then this is something where they have to work on lung function as well.
I love that.
But that's a nice little because it's almost like your baby's there, and you'll feel more of that neutral, and then try placing the baby.
Because I was thinking, I was remembering what you did with Magda when she was holding here the baby. If you wrap the baby with you, you should be able to move around the baby.
You should be, but at the same time, let's say I have a little bit of a torqued pelvis, you know what I mean? And I have a, quote, lower center of gravity, which again, to me, there is no point in your body that says X marks the spot, because, you know, what if I'm in this position? Well, then maybe it changed to here. I mean, we don't just stand here, you know, ballerina would, and I can say, okay, this is her center of gravity at that moment, but to say that for all people, but maybe in general, my center of gravity where the baby will actually going lower, so it gets more of the pelvis muscles, because up here might be, you know, where it's putting too much of a weakness, if they have a weakness here in the upper spine. So there's lots of ways to play with it, but I think this is where video series needs to be done to show, you know, how to do a sling.
It's such a great question.
Because,
I love it.
like, I couldn't feed my baby. You know, these suckers, sorry, were like, you know, and I was like, baby, like it was like a mid-air refueling. And someone came in at 3 o'clock in the morning and said, do you mind? And I was like, no, thank you for your help. Well, she grabbed the baby and just did it for me. I was like, okay, I guess I'm not involved. But, you know, but it was helpful. But her mind, she said, treat it like a Big Mac. If you go this way, it falls out the back. You have to go up and over. Okay. Sorry, I know, guys, you don't have to worry about those things, but still, it's
But
funny.
then also with the sling carrying, it also depends on the baby so much, because I don't think I could carry Camila in a sling until we started seeing Michelle. And she was like 2.5 at
Right.
least. So, you know, just because of her low tone.
But also
And-
me being so big-chested for wearing a sling and then having a
Right.
big baby, I was like, talking about top-heavy, jeez. You know,
Well,
but,
at that time, you kind of had a hunch too, didn't you?
yeah,
already?
yeah, because I hadn't started this, so,
And you were top heavy in 2 ways.
yeah, so there's a lot of things to take in consideration versus a right and wrong, but I think, again, a video to assess the mom or a warm-up like that, and then,
I can send you some videos
Yeah.
for you to see. Maybe you can make a video with
Yeah.
a movement lesson.
right.
I'm really curious about that.
Do you have a similar exercise to prepare moms that are carrying heavier kids? Like,
Good question.
That's another.
Like Camila's size?
yeah, like from
Which
the
I do
floor
yeah.
into the tub,
Yeah.
up and down. Like that's killing my back,
Yeah.
basically.
Well, if the kids are up to it, we can sort of do a how-to video, and Luciana's actually really
That
good
would
with
be
that too.
awesome.
Yeah.
She came after because Cesarine was here, and she's like, they're killing me, they're gonna kill their back. They
Yeah.
actually finally got a band 2 months ago. He's 23 years old, he finally got a
How
band.
to video would be great. Do you
I
have
was
a
going to
prep,
ask
like what you
you
just did
about-
with like going down?
Because
or-
that's something when I go
such a
to
good question, too.
when I take my son to doctors and therapists, I see parents and
I know the way.
they are surviving.
Yeah. Well, they're just surviving.
Yeah.
They're not.
Yeah, and
thriving
I always keep in mind that I'm getting older and my son is getting bigger.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that
And
was something
heavier.
that- yeah.
No, I have
Like
one
the
client
tone.
that he is 6'6" and wanted my advice to do something to stunt his daughter's growth because she's easily going to come in at 6 foot, you know, just daddy jeans, and it's like, you know.
One of my
I'm going to go get them.
following on from that Feldenkrais sequence, one of my favourites is where you have your hands behind the head and you imagine you're drawing big circles with the tips of your elbows to get everything moving and release. That kind of
I concur, but when I first started, like Donna said, like I'd forgotten, I have my x-rays if you want to see how bad my kyphosis was. Those kind of lessons killed me because just to do this, I'm now like here. And then it was like, you want me to go where? Because this, and it was this, I know I'm not allowed to say this, but back then it was this versus my back.
There's the other variation where you
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
So,
That's assuming you can do that.
Right.
yeah, no, of course, but
Yeah.
yeah.
No, but it is cool. No, that's where too, I wish
I
I
could do
was
that
at
with
a
people with
point
strokes and things that, and then,
to almost do my training again. Wouldn't you like to with this body?
yeah, me too.
And I don't think a precursor would have been so bad.
We should do it again.
I'll show you later. Though.
Oh, yeah, they
I
would
won
let
that
me through
fin.
those
Yeah.
doors. You,
Well, so.
no, I
It can-
agree. Who I've actually wanted to go study under is, before she retires, which I think is coming through, but she does a really nice series, is Diana Ramsey in Santa Fe, New Mexico. She does like a whole baby movie and baby rolling series, Feldenkrais. Like a 3-day workshop, except she gives like a 5-week notice. So like, really,
I didn't even heard
I
her
need like
name.
a 6 month. I have, you know, we kind of shared a little bit. She had a cassette series that someone put to DVDs, which I own. And she just really has a very nice melodious voice and come here and do that. And I've tried to get those to direct clients to buy them. And she's like, oh, I forgot all about that series. And I'm like, if you've done the work and it's just make them in DVDs and sell them or do iTunes,
Maybe we should do
download.
a movement lesson on to.
You know what, but that's also where I've been tempted to sit there, and especially now more with the bands, to show and just sort of break them down, because I do think that there are a lot of, like the lizard moves kind of thing, where it's just here, and again, the patterning of doing it more of the, you know what I mean, and feeling more of the
Should do that every day.
kind of thing, you know.
Just trying to get
You
out
do
there.
your music movement every day. They're
I do.
amazing.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I do a whole sequence of that. I put together about 40 minutes. I can make short or longer. It just makes me feel great every day.
So I know your tricks are.
No, Stuart is a wealth of information, he really is. And, especially too because of his backgrounds too, not only with Feldenkrais, but Pilates and yoga.
So with the movement
Pilates, yoga, and all.
do you feel different in doing your movements, in your routine?
Absolutely. It's like giving myself a lesson. And I confess I'm a poor yoga practitioner these days, because I was telling Caroline, as a yoga practitioner, I'm supposed to do my 2 hours of practice a day. But
2 hours?
I haven't done that in about almost 2 years. But what I do is I put this sequence of very infant-like movements together, and I just feel fantastic. And I usually do it at the end of the day. And it's just like recalibrating everything, and it's very adaptable. You can shrink it down to 10 minutes, or you can expand it.
Well, why
Then you
haven't you done a video?
that.
Because I've only just got a video camera. When you come, maybe you can film you doing it.
No, that would be
Yeah.
that would be delightful. I mean, you know, we'll
Yeah.
put it on your stuff
Yeah.
we'll start your channel, but no, that would be,
Yeah.
you know. Wouldn't you like to see it? I know. I absolutely. I think Nella endorses it. Do you want to have Stuart do that? Yes.
She's like, I just want to talk to people.
She's really founding her voice, isn't she?
All right, let me wipe this down because they're coming.